We're talking about...
Hello? Hello? Is this working? I think this is working. How's everyone doing? I'm on Twitch again. I'm not yet sure if permanently or not. But hello. How's everyone doing? Lemon Man says, stop streaming. Alright, it's true. We have had a big stream. We have accomplished a lot today. I think it is time to stop streaming. You're right. Oh, bad news. We have no bot, which means the unregistered Hypercam 2, what's it called? The channel points redeem will not work. Not yet, at least. I have to, if we make Twitch streams a thing, I'll have to reconnect that stuff. The bot die. The bot got it's not dead. It's currently just hooked up to something else. It's hooked up to a whole chat that I wrote myself. Wow, amazing. But so it is not currently hooked up to Twitch. No, none of the channel point redeems will work, I'm afraid. Is the 3 subs only on Twitch? What do you mean? Like, do I only have 3 subs on Twitch? Yes. Which I get. I mean, I haven't streamed on Twitch in like over a month. Probably even more than that. Hello, what's up? Exited to watch your stream. Hell yeah, welcome to the stream. Yo! DJ Polystation, thank you for the sub with for the Prime sub. I can say Bezos Bucks again. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, no notification again. It was all the same. It was all one program. The bot, the overlay. Yeah, and it's all hooked into to something else right now. I can sub with Prime. You can sub with Prime. We on Twitch? We can. Why Twitch? Seems like everyone will always ask me questions about my about when and how I'm streaming. Just because I kind of wanted to give it another try. I mean, yeah. Yo, Dad, what's the Prime password? Good question. Honestly, disappointing that your dad doesn't already watch and follow and subscribe to me. You were subbed for over 59 months? Who is? Who's subbed for 59 months? Holy shit. Yo, thank you for the sub, Mr. E, Mystery 001. Hell yeah, thank you for the sub with the Bezos Bucks. Audio not synced? Is that true? There might be a slight delay, some sort of latency somewhere. I wonder. I used to, hang on, I have an idea. Let me put on like a, I don't know, 100 millisecond sync offset. I'm just absolutely guessing, but we'll see. Hype Train Dad! Is there actually a Hype Train? Oh no, it's a Hype Train is close. Wow. Look at all these ways to incentivize my viewers to give me money. I don't have that on stream.mattkc.com. Matt, what's the pro product key? I don't know yet. I'd have to buy it with all this sub money. All these $2.50. But hell yeah, thank you so much for the subs. So, what are we gonna do today? Well, I had some ideas. I had the very, very obtuse idea. Actually, to be honest, it's not my idea. It's an idea that my forum has had for quite some time. Speaking of my forum, I posted, I finally posted a couple days, or actually a couple weeks ago, I think. I finally posted, well, a couple weeks ago we did the on stream we looked at Burnout 3 render flags, and I finally posted those on the forum. Hang on, I can bring those up. I have to post an announcement to get to tell people I'm streaming. I remember having to post announcements. Sure, that'll do. Great. Posts. Okay. Hello there, welcome to the stream, Axel. Everyone talking about Matt KC Professional, but what about Matt KC Ultimate? It's too expensive, mate. How much was Vista Ultimate back in the day? I don't think I ever bought it. Family laptop came with Home Premium. Here we go. I'm gonna look that up. How much was Vista Ultimate price? Ugh! With this shit again. That's just me. It's because I use a VPN. Alright. Oh my god, $260? It's kind of wild to think that people used to, like... Well, maybe I'm being a little bit biased, because I have a cache of Windows keys that I've talked about on stream before. I was gonna say, it's kind of wild that people used to buy Windows, but actually I think people still do buy Windows. It's just me that doesn't nowadays. Why stream on Twitch and not YT this time? Trying both options to see what fits better? Yeah, kind of. Yeah, this is more or less. I have a copy of Windows ME Retail boxed and Vista Ultimate in the mail. ETA 4 weeks. Holy shit, how much did that cost? I actually remember... This is a weird thing. This is a weird thing to admit on stream. Looking back, I'm like, was this ever a thing? So, this was 2007. I was 11 years old. I had really, really slow internet and a cap of like 4 gigabytes, so I wasn't allowed to download much. I still did, but I was very much like discouraged, like, please do not download anything or else we'll all be stuck on dial-up speeds for the rest of the month. Data caps, what a great time. And so I didn't really know how to like pirate things. I didn't know how to torrent anything back then. So I begged my dad. For some reason I had this fascination with Windows ME because I knew that it was like poorly received, but I remember I like was reading this article of someone installing it. It seemed like so much fun. I don't know what that means, that Windows ME seemed like fun, but I begged my dad to buy a boxed copy of Windows ME, and it was like $50. And he bought it. And I was like, yeah, I have Windows ME! And that was, I believe that's still the copy I use today. Like, still the ISO I'll plug into a virtual machine, or I'll burn to a disk and install on an iMac. I think it's still a copy that I made of this boxed copy from that was $50 in 2007. I don't know why I did that. Why would it be? Why Windows ME of all things? Couldn't it have at least been Windows 2000? And it was 2007, so it's hardly like this was an up-to-date OS. Anyway, I don't know if you've seen on Twitter, but I made a synthwave Windows 98 boot screen inspired by your Windows. Oh yeah, I think I did. I don't spend a lot of time on Twitter anymore. I've kind of decided that all social media is evil. I don't want anything to do with it. But I think I might have seen that when checking my notifications one day. There's something really nice about Twitch's UI that I kind of forgot about. I mean, it's true. To be fair, I like my custom chat. I think there are some nice things in it that some things that are even nicer than Twitch, and a lot of things that are nicer than YouTube. But that being said, Twitch has spent a lot more time refining their UI than I have. It's true. Poor dad spent his money on crashing piece of crap. I mean, true. But I mean, my dad, I read the article with my dad, so it was kind of perhaps it was a father-son bonding activity. Also, Half-Eyed Keeper, thank you for the sub with Prime. I missed that because I don't have notifications set up. If I do go back to streaming on Twitch regularly, I'll make sure to connect all that stuff back up. But yeah, I feel bad now looking back and being like, why the fuck did I convince my dad to spend $50 on Windows ME? Like, I could have just learned how to torrent and I would have gotten it for free. In 2007, like, holy shit. But it is a box copy, that's kind of nice. We actually had, somehow, my dad had a shrink-wrapped copy of, hang on. I think it was this, Windows for Workgroups 3.11. We had a shrink-wrapped copy of this with the documentation, with all the, because we didn't have internet, so all the stuff was all the manuals were these thick books that came with the floppy disks. We had one of these, and I never opened it because I thought initially, I'll be honest, I thought to myself, well, we could sell this, and it'd go for a lot of money, obviously, because it's valuable, it's shrink wrapped. Turns out, actually, no one wants a shrink-wrapped copy of Windows for Workgroups 3.11 because we did put it on eBay, put it up for like an auction. I don't remember what the starting bid was. It was probably only like 99 cents, and no one bought it. Everyone was like, no, actually, that's not valuable. I thought it was going to be valuable because I was 11, and I thought, well, anything that's old and shrink-wrapped must be valuable. But no, turns out, no. I cannot reduce the quality of the stream on your stream. Yeah, that's a downside of Twitch, and specifically, it's a downside of not being a partner on Twitch. Also, thank you so much for the sub, Ashton is drowning. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you stop drowning soon. Unless you're a bad guy, in which case I feel a bit like Phil Collins, and I would not lend a hand. Also, thank you for the bits, 6 bits. Hell yeah. Anything old and shrink-wrapped isn't valuable? Time to throw away my shrink-wrapped rusty nails. I know, right? It's a little bit naive to just assume that something that's old and in good condition, it must be valuable. We had a pack of Q-tips. My dad, actually, I think these were when I started my channel, I started doing a lot of cleaning. The cotton buds / Q-tips that I was using were from my dad's medicine cabinet, and they were literally from 1986 cotton buds. I remember thinking to myself, holy shit, because that's like 33 years before I was using them. And I remember thinking to myself, holy shit, should I be using these? Because they're old. But they're also just Q-tips, so no, they're not valuable. Just because they're from 1986. Twitch is just crazy to me because I've been on it for years, Yeah, no, I actually agree with you. I actually agree that, familiarity is nice. And, as close as my stream interface was to Twitch, it is not Twitch. So I kind of agree. I like Twitch. I like the Twitch interface. ME installation guide with Jennifer Perry and Matthew Aniston. If only, I wish. Thank you for the 1-bit Murphy the Hedgehog. Wow, that's one whole cent. Test your Sonic Runners video almost had me decoding Epic Mickey's 2's shit PC port. What do you mean, almost? You should have done it. 1986 air pollution? Yeah, there might be some 33-year-old, bacteria or at least air in there. I guess all air is thousands of years old. That's kind of a silly thing to say. But bacteria, it could be 33-year-old bacteria and mold and shit like that. bitrate limit. That's why I'm not really a fan of Twitch. I know what you mean. I mean, if I do really well on Twitch, I'll become and become a partner, then we'll be able to lower the bitrate. 100 bits. Thank you for the 100 bits. The baked bee. Sorry it doesn't show up as an overlay anymore. Maybe one of these days you will hear the soothing again. Sent something in the off topic. Oh god. Oh my god. That is quite the collection. I'll show that. I'll show that. What do we got here? Windows 2000, nice. Windows ME. Interesting, I've never seen this blue box before. My box was white. Combat Flight Simulator, Monster Truck Madness 2. Oh, I remember that. I think I only had the trial version of it though. It like came with something. I don't think I ever had the real game. Windows 98. I don't think we ever had a box copy of this either. I think we had an OEM copy. Like, back in the day, back when you bought operating systems on CD, you could buy the retail copy, which was the box copy, but there was also the OEM copy, which was only supposed to be distributed to like computer manufacturers. But if you went to like the right places, you could buy an OEM copy and it would be like 50% cheaper or something like that. So I think our copy of 95 and 98 were OEM copies. And then ME, that I convinced my dad to spend $50 on, holy shit, was the only box copy we had. Plus for XP, oh hell yeah. Oh, we did have some of these boxed XPs. Windows Vista, oh yeah, I think, we didn't have Vista, we had Office 07 in that, yeah, Microsoft had this design for a while where it was like a combination hard case and DVD thing, like it would flip open, yeah, and there would be a disc inside. We had, I think, this exact thing, Office 07. Might not have been professional, but still. Wild times. Also, thank you for all the 1-bitses that I've missed, because I can't hear them. Thank you for all that. Shame that non-partner doesn't get access to re-encoding options that let you view streams at lower res. Yeah, we were just talking about that. I actually noticed something, speaking of Twitch partner, I actually noticed something about the Twitch partner requirements, which is that, where was it? It was, maybe it's not the case anymore, but a year ago, I remember finding that you could submit an application to become a Twitch partner based on your following on another platform. So in theory, I could say, hey, I've got, this many subscribers on YouTube. Make me a partner. I don't know if they'd go for it. I don't know how many subscribers you're supposed to have. The thing about the Twitch partner program is it's very different from the YouTube partner program. The YouTube partner program is more like the Twitch affiliate program, where it's basically all automated. And like when you have like 1,000 subscribers, you just kind of get access to monetization. As far as I know, at least. It's been a while since I've done this. And yeah, and the thing is that, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Holy shit. My brain. Wow, I really did. I really just completely forgot what I was saying. How embarrassing. Well, sorry about that. Anyway, the point is, oh yeah, of course, the YouTube partnership. Whereas Twitch partnership, they like tailor each contract, I think, for each person. Like it's I believe it's quite a human reviewed process. And so, yeah, so I don't know, like I said, I don't know if they'd go for it. I just kind of noted that that there was kind of a path, the way that might work. I do not actually fulfill the partnership requirements because I looked it up. 75. Oh yeah, 75 average views wouldn't be that hard. Yeah, that's I think the only one that I wasn't getting before. But everything else I think is fully achievable. I think it's like 25 hours. Wait, it should be like, it should say so here, right? I've heard people say, at least my streamer friends, here we go, yeah, 25 hours a month is not hard, 12 different days a month is not hard. That's less than the half of the month. Average of 75 viewers is the only one that's like challenging as far as you can't just do that yourself. But with enough like marketing and promotion, I could probably do that. I have heard from people that like Twitch partnership, my streamer friends have told me that Twitch partnership is like underwhelming in the sense that it doesn't provide you that many advantages over being an affiliate. I think the biggest advantages would be the transcoding and a lot of custom emotes. And that we get our own like emote prefix. Currently it's Matt6, which is awful. That's a terrible thing to have to type in. It's Matt6 what? Can I get some it's Matt6 what's in chat? That's a fucking goddamn disgusting thing to have to type in. But you know, with my own, if I was a partner, I'd probably be able to. I might even be able to use a prefix as short as like KC. I don't know how short they can be or how long they have to be. I mean, do you collect anything unrelated to tech? Not really. In fact, I wouldn't really consider myself a collector in general. I would say, if I'm being totally honest, my collection of game consoles is really like, how should I say this? It's kind of like, they're kind of video props, or that's kind of how I consider them. I like hardware, but I also my natural instinct is to kind of reduce my possessions, if that makes sense. So, yeah. So I like hardware and I like having consoles, but I also the fact that I have as many as I do, I probably wouldn't if I wasn't making YouTube videos. Is 3.8k followers enough to be a partner? They don't look at your follow count. They only really look at your viewership. 3.8k is pretty low, I'll be honest. 3.8k followers. The fact that transcoding is locked for non-partners is crazy to me. Yeah, I mean, I get it, because transcoding takes a lot of... I get it from their perspective, which is that partners are like the top 0.1% of Twitch streamers, and transcoding takes a lot of cloud processing power. You know, if you've ever transcoded anything, you know that it'll blast your CPU for like... It depends on, it's a lot of processing power. I can't think of like a good numbers example. So I can see their kind of perspective, which is that it's a lot of money it's a lot of cost for them to do that, to do transcoding in general. That being said, it does kind of suck for the end user. It's not locked. It's just not guaranteed. Yeah, that's true. It's not that they don't do it. It's just that if they'll do it for you if they're not already like saturated. If there's not already a lot of processing power being consumed. So yeah, it's fucking Amazon. They have the resources. They just didn't. Yeah, basically, I think I get it from the perspective of, sure, that's a lot of processing power, and they save a lot of processing power by not doing it for everyone. That being said, it does also suck. It does also suck for the end user. AV1 go brr, go brr. Hell yeah. I've been hearing a lot about AV1, but I don't actually I've never actually used it or tried it a lot myself. Yeah, it's based on availability. So yeah, the point is if you're a partner, you always get transcoding. If you're not a partner, you may get it if they feel like it. If there's not a lot of people. But I think it's off-peak times, which I guess makes sense. However, you probably want to stream during peak times because that's when you'll get the most people coming in, right? Obviously. I don't know if you're a fan of dad jokes, but here's one just in case. Where did the music teacher hide her keys? In the piano. Wait, I'm thinking about it. Ah, because the things on a piano are called keys. I get it. Well, nicely played. I like how I had to think about it. I had to be like, hold up. I know this is a joke. I'll figure it out. Okay. All right. I got it. The fact that YouTube does have enough power is incredibly impressive. Honestly, YouTube, to think about how, like, isn't the last statistic I heard was something like, hang on. God, I've just had this page up on stream the whole time. They don't release these figures frequently, but I guess they released a figure recently enough to say that in June 2022, more than 500 hours of video were uploaded to YouTube every minute. That's a lot of video, and I'm thinking about it like, not only are they transcoding all of that, 500 hours of video every minute, but like, I don't know if anyone else has ever thought about this, or it's just it's just me that's getting like really really into the details. But like, how many people at YouTube, their entire job is just plugging hard drives in? Because I'm just thinking about it, like, they don't delete old footage like Twitch does. Twitch deletes VODs that are a certain amount of time old. So how frequently are people just like, got another shipment of hard drives, here we go, plug some more in? Like, how frequently do they have to do that? It must be some people's entire jobs to just be constantly plugging in more hard drives. They just upload it to the cloud. Oh yeah, you're right. The cloud. You just throw it up there. It'll figure it out. Hey Matt, it's my first time catching you on a stream. How are you doing today? I'm doing well. Thank you for the gift sub. Ashton is drowning. Sorry, I'm missing all these bits. Why do you think about? Why don't you think about that one? Is the real question. Cheer one. Hell yeah! Thank you for the bits. Ashton is drowning and the tech rover. Sorry, I'm missing them all of the time because yeah, my bot/overlay. Again, it was all part of the same program. It's currently hooked up to stream.matkc. It is not currently hooked up to Twitch. I want emotes. Hell yeah! Thank you for the sub. Wham woo wham. Maybe if I become a partner one of these days, maybe we'll have a lot more emotes. And there is also, of course, I will say that is something that I feel like is a little bit, what's the word? Messy with Twitch. Like, so non-partners have kind of a small, well, because there's a whole subculture on Twitch where the emotes are things that they're like the third-party emotes. Like there's Frankerface Z, there's Better TTV, and now there's 7TV. And thankfully, at least they're all kind of interchangeable. Like if you install 7TV, you get the emotes of all three. But it's also a little bit messy in the sense that you don't get these emotes on mobile. You don't, and if you have 7TV, then they're all on separate tabs, so they're all kind of splintered a little bit. If you don't know exactly which third-party plugin provides that emote, like I have some on Better TTV and I have some on 7TV, and yeah, if you don't know which one provides which emote, and you're like searching around trying to find it, and unless you like know them from memory, obviously. But that's possibly the one thing that I liked a lot more about my custom chat solution than Twitch is the fact that we could just kind of have any emotes and we could just throw whatever in. Your shop is down. It is down. Because to be perfectly honest, actually, this is kind of a funny story. The shop is down because when I got my first Squarespace sponsorship, they comped it for me, so they gave me a year for free. And then at some point after the year, they were like, okay, you have to start paying for it now. And I thought to myself, that's a good idea. I should start paying for it now. However, I also realized that no one has... apparently a hype train is incoming. Nice. Thank you for all the bits. I also realized that no one has bought anything on that store for like 8 months. So I'm like, well, I should keep that up. But also, it's not exactly a big moneymaker for me. And also, because arguably I wasn't doing merch properly. What you're supposed to do with merch is what you should do is you should buy in bulk beforehand, and then you get like a bunch of stuff and then you sell them later. I was doing the really like easy route of you just kind of contact a company and they'll just like, they'll make the shirts to order. So when you order a KC shirt, they'll make the shirt and ship it to you. That's really convenient. It's really easy. It doesn't require you to like have boxes of shirts sitting around or anything like that. The problem is it's expensive because they're having to custom make almost every shirt. They can't just... everything is cheaper when you buy it in bulk, right? And so there wasn't a lot of profit margin that I was making off those shirts either, because I didn't want to make them ridiculously expensive. I didn't want them to be like $50 shirts. I made them like $25. And so that meant some shirts, I think the only profit I was making was like $1 per shirt. Thanks for the dollar. But yeah, so arguably I wasn't doing merch properly anyway, and yeah, because I wasn't promoting it a lot, I hadn't gotten any sales in a bit. I mean, I put them all. I mentioned the shirts at the on the end card of my video every time, but no one reads those. You have to like be proactive. And you have to like really, if you're trying to advertise something, you have to mention it. Like you have to get in people's faces about it. So yeah, you really just got more of a Twitch sub than a shirt. I mean, yes. True. Correct. Also, thank you for all the bits. Sorry I'm missing all these bits. Ordinarily, well, actually, I guess these wouldn't come up on my overlay because my overlay was limited to 100 bits or more. But still, thank you for the bits. Ashton is drowning. King Kihuki, Tech Robo, Mad Pirates, Squarespace. Yeah, I guess. Fairy Ball, thank you for the 5 bits. My driving instructor was talking about considering hiring me to build this website and took me all of my power not to go, well, that might be a bit expensive, but luckily this lesson is brought to you by Squarespace. Oh my god. I mean, Squarespace, their product is very good. I stand by that. Their WYSIWYG editor, I think, is very well made. It's very, like, nicely refined. Yeah. It is obviously more expensive than writing a website yourself, but not everyone can write their website themselves. Arguably, though, I have a very technical audience that probably would prefer to write their website themselves. I, as you know, have written many websites myself. So, but like I said, I stand by the fact that I stand by what I said. I think Squarespace has a really nice product. Hype train? Hell yeah. Apparently we're 97% through a hype train. I'll be honest, I never really knew what that meant. Like, like I know it's there to encourage people to keep donating shit, but also, does it actually, and I know, what does it achieve? It like gives you extra hype emotes, right? Is that what it does? I don't know if I ever thought that was, like, whenever I've watched people on Twitch, I don't know if I've ever felt like, I shouldn't say this. I shouldn't say this because to Twitch and to my audience, but I don't know if I've ever felt like I should donate more because a hype train was happening. I'm kind of shooting the whole concept in the foot. I shouldn't really do that, should I? Yo, we made it. Hell yeah. Thank you for the sub, Randy Rules 2017. Thank you so much for the sub with the Bezos bucks. I will say, I do like saying Bezos bucks. And it's nice that on Twitch that I actually could plug subscriptions into my bot/overlay. So here's a fun fact, and by fun I mean absolutely fucking terrible. fact about YouTube. If you wanted to hook into the members API and you wanted to be like, hey, I want to be able to see who my members are, and you know, so that I can, if someone becomes a member, I can show it on stream, or if for example you happen to have a list of members scroll by at the end of your video and you want to be able to make a Python script or whatever that turns that into the video. Let's say hypothetically, for the sake of argument, that you wanted to do that. Well, I'm afraid that apparently this used to be called sponsors. And then in March 31, 2020, they were like, no, actually it's called members. And not only is it called members, this endpoint can only be used by, well, actually, I don't mind this. You can only be used by individual creators to make requests for their own channel. Okay, fine. That being said, you can't do it automatically. You actually have to fill out a form to request access. So you have to be approved to be able to get a list of your own members, basically. And I filled out this form once, like a month ago. And this was when I was only writing a chatbot for YouTube. This was before I decided to write my own chat and do all of that. This was just when I was thinking, well, how do I port my existing Twitch chatbot to YouTube? And if you look at the form, they require you to do a bunch of things like legal business entity name, registered business address. Cool. I'm excited to dox myself. Subsidiary, technical point of contact, organization type. And this is only page 1, by the way. This is only page 1. It gets better. Oh no, but hang on. Yes, individual creator. Okay. That's only page 1. There's a lot of pages to this, and I shouldn't just spam through the whole thing. That would probably really piss them off. But basically, it's really fucking annoying to fill it out. And then when I filled it out, I think I was being really passive aggressive about it. And they were like, well, can you just describe in, you know, at least 1,000 words what your application does, how users use it, etc., etc. And I think I was being really passive aggressive. And I think I just wrote stuff like, it's a chatbot, full stop. Or like, or they asked me to upload a file at one point, like upload a file demonstrating, and it wasn't even, oh no, I think it was a document, like a planning, what, it was like, you had to upload a document that demonstrated what your app did, how it worked, I don't know, all that, like a business strategy document. And I remember, again, I was being really passive aggressive because I was really annoyed that I had to do this at all. But I remember I uploaded one text document and a one .txt, and in the .txt, all it said was, it's a chatbot, full stop. So, unsurprisingly, my application got denied. And, you know, I could try to fill it out normally, but it's such a pain in the ass. And so, for the last couple videos that I've had channel memberships enabled, I've had to manually write my channel members in. I've had to be like Patreon. Patreon gives you access to that API immediately. They don't require you to do anything to get a list of your Patreons. So I can just plug that into a Python script. And it'll spit out frames that I then throw into my video, and that's the scrolling text at the end of my videos. And then for the members, I also have those, but because I don't have access to the API and I haven't yet figured out, filled it out in a way that they're happy with, I just load them up on the YouTube website. I just get the list, copy the whole list, and then paste it, hard code that into the script, and then just mix those so the patrons go into the list, the members then get hard coded, added to the list, and then that turns into the scroll. So yeah, anyway. So that's the pain that I've had to go through. That's only a portion of the pain that I had to go through with the YouTube API. Yo! Thank you for the sub, Chris Crafter. Sorry, I missed it. Are you using the GC controller on the left with your PC? PS, could you make a mod here as well? What? Oh, make me a mod. Sorry, I mispronounced that, but sure. The GameCube controller, no, I was trying to use that with my Wii U, and as it turns out, the Wii U, actually, even if you have the adapter, apparently it doesn't support GameCube controllers at all. Like, it's like, the only game I think that supports it is Smash Brothers. If you're trying to use a GameCube controller in Mario Kart Wii, doesn't work. If you're trying to use a GameCube controller in Nintendo, I think it can work, but it depends which adapter you have. Like if you have a third-party adapter, it may not work. Or only some third-party adapters do work. Basically, that was pretty annoying. So that's why it's here. Sorry, I missed a lot of chat because I was rambling about YouTube. Fucking YouTube. You basically have to sell even more info to YouTube just to know who's a member. Yeah, I mean, I actually don't really know why they've done that. Because, like I said, Patreon doesn't give you... Whenever I say Patreon, I think I'm about to say patriarchy. Whenever I say... Well, no, Patreon doesn't require you to do anything to get a list of your members. Twitch doesn't require you to do anything to get a list of your subscriptions. And then on YouTube, you can go on the page and look at the list of members that you have. You just can't get them in the API for some reason. So, anyway. Thank you so much for the hype train, by the way. I appreciate that. Apparently we got some kind of emote. Sorry about... And also, someone redeemed show activation warning. Currently, those are all broken because my chat overlay / bot is... currently hooked into stream.matkc. It is not currently hooked into Twitch. So, apologies. None of those will work at the moment. That being said, if you donate a dollar amount of $2 or more on stream.matkc.com, it will show up because that's a completely independent process. So if you donate a couple dollars, that'll show up. Why do people turn on shield mode? Yeah, I don't know what happened. I think it was an accident. Someone turned on a Twitch feature. I think someone, yeah, I think someone did something accidentally. Does your channel point system work? Usually, yes, but not today. Yeah, I'd understand if you had to see other channel members, but what? Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, they even say that, like, the form isn't to start talking to or start getting new... Yeah, the form isn't to access other people's members. It specifically says only you can access the members API, and you have to fill out a form to do it. It's fucking ridiculous. Patreon doesn't make me jump through those hoops. So make sure, yeah, I actually, because I've thought about only, like, dropping Patreon and only doing YouTube members. And the reason I do that is just because it's kind of... in theory, I like the idea of everything being in one place and not having to, like, go to another website to do things all the time, and to be perfectly honest, I forget about Patreon all the time. A lot of people unsubscribe from Patreon because they're like, I thought Matt KC would be a little more active than this. I'm not very active on Patreon because I don't know, because I guess it's inconvenient to. Because it's well, it feels like it's inconvenient because it's on another website. So I feel like I'd prefer YouTube members, but then they make it so hard to, like, do anything with them that now I'm kind of like, well, fuck it, maybe we'll just stick to Patreon. Web scrape the members for memes. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what they've reduced me to. People even said the same thing about the chat, because, like, just reading chat with an API, they make that really, really hard to do. I've complained about this many times before, but when I was trying to make a chatbot for YouTube, to read chat, not only is it kind of slow because it's an HTTP, it's a REST API, so it takes like a second to read chat. It's not instant. That it also costs daily quota. They give you a daily quota of 10,000 points, and oh, here's the real bitch of it all. Okay, let me show you. We're on Twitch, so I can complain about YouTube. I won't get in trouble. But basically, so to read chat, live chat, messages, list, YouTube. So you have to call this API. All right, fine, whatever. It's slow, but it works. It gets you the chat. So, okay, cool. I can write my chatbot, right? Well, no, because YouTube, they have this. They give you a daily quota of 10,000 points. Now, when you look at the members list API, this actually tells you a call to this method has a quota cost of 2 units. So I guess you can only call that 5,000 times a day. And before you run out of quota. Okay, whatever. So there's some APIs require or count towards your quota. What about this live chat messages API? Well, it doesn't say anything, does it? It doesn't say it counts towards your quota, but it does. They don't say how much. In fact, nobody seems to know how much. You can only kind of guess based on how much quota has been used since the last time you called it. So they don't tell you that it undocumented cost. It has an undocumented cost against your daily quota, and I only found that out by running out of daily quota. And essentially I found that, and the thing about a chatbot is you want it to be as like responsive as possible. Yo, Brandemonium, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Sorry I missed that. Oh no, I didn't. That just happened. Thank you so much for subbing with the Bezos Bucks. I like saying Bezos Bucks again, but thank you, I appreciate that. So yeah, and because no one knows how much this costs, I actually have no idea how many times I can read chat per day, and so every and the thing is, you want your chatbot to be as responsive as possible. So you want it to be like polling this API as frequently as possible. Otherwise, if it's only polling it every like 10 seconds, that means someone will write a command in chat and it'll take like 10 seconds for it to respond. So, or pessimistically, it'll take up to 10 seconds to respond. And so that kind of seemed like shit. And here's and so what I found was, I don't know how exactly what the cost is, but my guess, my estimation based on like my testing was that my bot would be able to read chat for about 45 minutes per day before the quota got reset the next day. And it was kind of like, well, why am I even bothering? Why am I even bothering to write something that can only work for the first 45 minutes of my stream? Anyway. Bunch of bullshit. That's me ranting about YouTube again. Thank you so much for sitting through that. Quoted APIs are AIDS. I agree. I mean, I get it. Once again, kind of like Twitch not transcoding stuff all the time. I get it. I get why they would do that. At the same time, fuck that noise. It's fucking bullshit. Anyway. It seems to me pretty blatant that they're trying to figure out if you're big enough to pay them for the privilege of using the API. That's another possibility, because like you do see bots on YouTube. Nightbot, for example, exists on YouTube, and it is quite possible that you can only do stuff like that if you're that big. They don't care about you if you're just one guy trying to do something. So yeah, I don't know, maybe stream at 11:15 p.m. For who? The thing about time is that it's different for all of us. For me, it is nowhere close to 11:15 p.m. But if you're in, what is it, CET? It might be pretty close to that. 9:57? No, it's earlier than that. Where is it currently? 11 something. It would be, that's because CET is +1, so I guess it would be +3. What's in GMT +3? Hang on, I should be doing this on stream, so I'm not just doing shit off stream. Okay, GMT +3. For who is it 11 p.m. right now? Sorry. Oh, here we go. One of the Russian time zones: Turkey, Belarus, Djibouti. I don't know how to pronounce that. Ethiopia. Okay, gotcha. Well, if you're in any of these time zones, it is. It is 11 p.m. I feel like YouTube is messing with people because they can get away with it. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, YouTube. I feel like YouTube just doesn't care. It's one of those. I remember when I was trying to do all this stuff with the YouTube live stuff. I remember just thinking to myself, like, have they ever watched a live stream? Do they actually know? Do they actually care? And I guess that's the thing, right? Like everyone knows that the YouTube interface and the YouTube chat experience sucks. Everyone knows. Everyone agrees. Except for the people that would come into my chat and be like, "Why did you make your own chat?" They I guess don't know, but otherwise everyone agrees, and they still haven't fixed it. You know, I wrote a chat that I think is better in like a couple weeks. It wouldn't take them that long to fix the things that people don't like about their chat. I think they genuinely just don't really care. Anyway. Most things go off of the first time zone in the US that hits midnight. Eastern, that would be, right? Eastern is the latest. I think after that YouTube rewind thing, YouTube just decided to not go on YouTube anymore. Yeah, they just don't go on. I don't go on YouTube anymore. I make YouTube, but I don't use it. Oh, I guess plenty of people probably do. You don't necessarily have to use your own product. YouTube's new UI is annoying because you can't go through old videos. Is that true? I do know that. I remember YouTube. Once upon a time, you used to be able to find videos with specific circumstances really easily. Like the search capabilities used to be really. I think I know what you mean, actually. Yeah, the search. I remember when. Welcome to. I'm on my channel again. This is certainly a thing. You can, if you're, yeah, you can only. You used to be able to sort by oldest, newest, and most viewed. But now you can only sort by newest and most viewed. And also, you used to be able to search like more specifically. Like I don't know. I look at Wii U. They have filters now. I feel like you used to be able to search, like, you can only search last hour to this year. You can't say, like, uploaded before 2010 if you want to find a really old video. I feel like you used to be able to do that. I remember, like, being able to do that. But yeah, I don't know. I guess they decided maybe people were, like, abusing it. Like, maybe it was bullying smaller creators like the dislikes were, or something like that. YouTube player with instant VOD is way better, everything else sucks. Yeah, I kind of agree. I think the player is actually really... I actually like the YouTube player better than just about anything else out there. I like that you can just kind of rewind. Like, if you're watching a live stream on YouTube, you can just rewind if you miss something. On Twitch, you kind of have to make a clip. Yeah, like, what I do to get around that is I click the clip button, and the clip button will, like, automatically, like, let you... seek through the last minute and a half or so, and that's how I figure out like what if I missed something. That's how I figure out what I missed. The problem is if a channel doesn't have clips enabled, because people actually do use clips to harass smaller creators. So if a channel doesn't have clips enabled, then you can't do that at all. So you have to like go through the fucking you have to go through the maze of having to go to their channel separately. Find the videos tab, which I think it usually hides by default when you're just streaming. Find the videos tab, click the most recent broadcast, which you assume is well, you might have to switch to recent broadcast because it might default to highlights. You have to switch to recent broadcast, assume that the most recent broadcast is the current thing being streamed. Then you can finally then rewind it a few seconds. Maybe there's a way to make a Twitch extension to like rewind the the current stream a few seconds and then jump back to the live stream, because clearly they have the capability of doing that, because it's just really hard for you to do it. But it feels like that kind of capability should be possible with an extension. In which case, then the Twitch player is probably about as good as the YouTube player, with the exception of it doesn't transcode tiny little creators like me. I wish Oldest was still a thing. So many channels I watch have some inside jokes I'm missing out on. Lol. Yeah, I know what you mean. And because I do, not to sound pretentious, but I do some of my videos I have to do research for, and sometimes that requires looking up videos from a long time ago. Sometimes you might want to do that, and yeah, they've just kind of made that not possible. Maybe there's a way to do it with a YouTube API. Then again, I just complained for like half an hour about how many problems there are with the API. God, it just doesn't stop. The experience of watching a stream on Twitch is kind of dick compared to YouTube, really. Debatable. I mean, watching, sure. The player, sure. The chat and like culture and community, I'd say that's significantly worse on YouTube. That's why I went to the effort of writing my own thing. The Twitch VOD also doesn't live update. I used it when I was raiding as a pseudo shadow player, and it just doesn't work that way. Sometimes it can take 5 to 8 minutes to update to the live point. Interesting. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, the closest to rewinding in a live Twitch stream is to clip. Yeah, I said that. But the problem is if the channels don't always have clips enabled, in which case you can't do it. Breaking news, Matt KC backs up his claims occasionally. Yeah, occasionally, sometimes, when I feel like it. Oh, I mentioned the forum earlier. I was going to talk about that. Yeah, a couple of streams ago, this was on YouTube. We looked at Burnout 3 render flags. I've finally posted those. I was going to post them before I did the stream, but then I realized I still don't know what a lot of them did, and I thought it'd be fun to do that on stream. So that's why I decided to delay it until after I streamed so we could figure out what they were. And then after the stream, I forgot. So it took a couple weeks, but it's finally up. I have the offsets for the Xbox version, the PS2 version, and the PS2 prototype, which is how I found these codes. I'm actually relatively confident that I'm not the first person to make this discovery, because I feel like it was easy to make this discovery, and therefore, because it was easy, someone else must have done it already. But I couldn't, when I Googled it, I couldn't find like any information about it. So I assume if someone has documented it, either they haven't documented it, or if they have, it's probably buried in some like, I don't know, Discord server that doesn't get indexed. And that was kind of the whole point of the forum, is that, we can have discussions and document things that do get indexed. So, yeah, so I decided to post it. And you can see a video of me playing around with the render flags, turning things on and off. And yeah, honestly, I kind of like this as a way to play the game. I know it's unplayable basically, but I like this idea that you're like, it's like you're driving on the ocean or driving on water. It's a Jesus car. Yeah, anyway, so the point is, I can't wait to keep playing Burnout 3 trackless. You're gonna do some reverse engineering? Oh, whoops, I closed the whole browser, my bad. Well, I guess it's fine, it doesn't really matter. But, yeah, Lamau. You're gonna do some reverse engineering. Not today. In one of these upcoming streams, I have to mod chip that Saturn, because I opened a Saturn on stream. But I want to mod chip it, but I haven't done it yet because I want to do it on stream. But I haven't done it on stream yet because I have been moving things around on my desk. People who have seen the cursed photo of my current computer setup will know what I mean. But my setup has temporarily, I swear, temporarily, in kind of a state of disarray. and that means that what I used to mount my overhead camera on is no longer there, and so I'm waiting to sort that out so that I can then have my overhead camera again, so that then I can stream me mod chipping a Sega Saturn. What does KC mean? Kentucky Chicken, correct. Kansas City, correct. It's a reference to Casey and the Sunshine Band, also correct. Matt, would you consider more console running on battery in the wild videos? Like running the Genesis on Mount Kosciuszko? Sure. I almost feel like though that the batteries are not the most exciting part about it. The most exciting part is the glitches you get at the end. So I almost feel like I still feel like I want to try and find a way to just replicate those glitches. Also, someone is blowing leaves. It's the one thing I really don't like about this apartment complex is that it feels like I've been here for like about a year now, and I still don't know when it happens. It feels like basically every weekday. It might be every weekday, because I think they do it like a process of like one day they mow the lawn, the next day they come around with a weed whacker or whatever, and the next day they come around with a leaf blower. I feel like, and then for like 4 days of every week, they're just going around doing garden shit and making a lot of noise, and that sucks because I record a lot of stuff. So yeah, anyway. Matt, what do you know about 8-1? Absolutely nothing. It's I think it's 7. If you do some math, I think you'll find that the answer is 7. A Japanese Saturn if you want it. I actually already have 2 Japanese Saturns, so that's okay. You can hold on to that. Have you ever considered making a portable PS2? I'm not really super interested in, like, I've told this story before on stream that like I kind of missed the boat on becoming a big portable gamer. Like, I begged my parents for a Game Boy Advance and I just never got one, so I just never played any DS, I never played any 3DS or anything like that. So you might be wondering what I'm doing. I thought this was not going to take a long time, but oh, it's because the USB is in the other way around. I'm trying to plug something into USB, but it's not really working. There we go. Okay. That I've never really I've just never completely I'm not much of a portable gamer really, so I've never really I mean I get the technical feat of playing a portable game, or of turning a console into a portable console. I absolutely think it's super clever and super interesting, but I've never really wanted that. I've never really wanted to portabilize a console myself. So yeah. Chia 12, I'm gonna go see. Thank you so much for the Chia. It's funny how you can actually Chia 12. I thought there were only like specific intervals, and that's why everyone kept spamming Chia 1s. But hell, yeah, interesting. Do you have a spare Japanese Saturn disc drive? I need one for the Saturn. Kind of feels weird to ask a fucking streamer. I don't have a spare, no. I only have the 2 that came with the 2 consoles. Those Wii portals with the Poggers, yeah, they're really cool. Like, from an engineering and technical standpoint, they're very, very interesting. Maybe it's because, I'll be honest, I don't go outside. I'm a very boring person, so I've just never I've never had a need for a portable system. I'm thinking of starting up a game, but the problem is I have to do some shit. Can I just use? I have to get a Wii game onto an SD card. I guess I could play it in an emulator, but I don't know. I like hardware. Who goes outside? I know. That's what I'm wondering. I haven't been outside in at least 25 years. Is Matt pirating? No, I just, this is from my, physical collection that I backed up a long time ago. Yeah, cheer my life savings. If only, right? If only that worked. Outside? You mean going to the kitchen? Yeah, you mean outside my room? I do that to go to the kitchen. I don't shower though. Pfft, no, never do that. It should be. Oh, where? Weird. Where is it? Where did this save? Uh-oh. Here we go. Yeah. I hate this. I hate this so much. Why Twitch? What's wrong with YouTube? Oh, so many things. So many things. In fact, if you go back over the last like hour or so, you'll see how much I've complained about YouTube. Opinions on our favorite lasagna-loving cat, Garfield. I assume that's a meme. I assume that's a joke because I've complained about people asking questions, asking me questions about Garfield. YouTube is what's wrong. True. I mean, I don't actually yet know if I'm like switching back to Twitch permanently because I do like the chat that I wrote. But outside of liking the chat that I wrote, I don't know. I don't know if I'm really into YouTube streaming anymore. Can confirm, didn't shower in 16 years and I'm still alive. Oh god. Careful, don't say Nintendo and emulator in the same sentence. Hey, I said I didn't want to use an emulator. They should be happy with that. Come on, cut me some slack. Alright, let's see. I should come up with a more streamlined way of doing this. Okay. Garfield Xbox 720 game leaked. Yeah, cool. I did get. Wasn't it recently? What happened recently? Which game was it? A game over Christmas. A Garfield game was being given away for free. I think it was Garfield Kart. Oh my god. Should I play Garfield Kart on stream? Oh yeah, I have Garfield Kart because they were giving it away for free. My god. Maybe I should play Garfield Kart on stream. It's gotta be great, right? It's gotta be really good. Yes, oh my god. Everyone's saying yes. Alright, alright. Alright. Oh, I have to install it. Well, it'll take a couple minutes to install, but... And hopefully that doesn't tank my damn stream. But yes, let's do that. Right, yes, install. Yes, go for it. Why no chat KC? I don't... I'm trying to think, I don't really have a simple answer to that at the moment. I'm just trying out Twitch again. MVG learned about Nintendo's emulator policy. Yeah, we've actually gone over that before on stream. They don't anymore. They used to, on their legal page, usually a legal page just has things like privacy policies and whatnot, but now, for a time, Nintendo had a whole Q&A or a whole FAQ about emulators, and they were very like aggressive. They were like, it would say things like, if you know, if aren't emulators, good for preservation and archiving? And the answer is no. Nintendo is well known for re-releasing games, and therefore this is an illegal way of we're preserving the games for you, and this is emulation is an illegal way of doing it. They were very matter of fact about how much they did not like emulation. That's very funny. They took it down because they probably realized it was kind of a bad look, but but yeah. There's no moderator tools on mobile. Have to on mobile because my mom is using it for stuff. Yeah, fair enough. That sucks. Yeah, I mean Twitch on mobile, the Twitch app is not good. It is not good. If we're playing Garfield Kart, let me get my friend. Oh god. I feel like I have to play it single player first though. I feel like I shouldn't play multiplayer immediately. I have to ease myself into it. Both iOS and Android apps are bad. Yeah, they are. It's true. I at least I felt like I'd done a reasonable job with my custom chat, getting it to run decently on mobile eventually. It took some time, but yeah, eventually. Android is buggy as hell, and iOS had 10 seconds or so delay in the stream. Oof. I haven't used the iOS one in years, but yeah, I just feel like the Android one is just really unrefined. It's just really hard to use and like to get it to do what you want it to do. Have you seen PBG play Garfield Kart? I've not. I've actually never watched a Peanut Butter Gamer video. Nintendo is very interesting. They hate emulation, but they're fully aware of the fan translation of Mother 3 exists and does nothing, likely because of not wanting to re-release the game because of the sensitive material in the game. Interesting. Yeah, it's also interesting that they've never attempted to take action against the Mario 64 decomp. Like, they must know it exists. And, like, Take-Two pulled a whole, like, we're gonna sue you because we're releasing our own version of GTA, the trilogy. But Nintendo released Mario 3D All-Stars, and they were like, whatever. I guess the community port will continue to exist, and everyone even said that the community port of Mario 64 to the Switch was better. So yeah, so it's like it's funny to think what they will and won't try to, like, I don't know, prosecute. Mother 3 would probably be called Mum 3 in the UK. Are there any updates to the Take-Two lawsuit? I actually have been following that. Real quick, let's actually look at that. Because court documents are obviously public record, and you can actually just look those things up. From memory, they attempted to get mediation, which means that they try to come up with a amicable non-court solution before it goes to court. But then I guess the mediation failed, so they're still going to court. I think their court date is set for May this year. Here we go. Let's actually look up if there have been any updates on the GTA case. Decomp is legal because it only decompiles the ROM with correct variable names. Technically, it's a very gray area. I would not say. I would not argue that decomp is legal per se. In fact, there's precedent to demonstrate that it is not, but that there may be exceptions depending on the circumstances. So yeah. God, I hate court websites. They're always so annoying. Looking at the GTA RE3 court case. Better call Saul for this. Good idea. He'll know. All right, here we go. Having correct variable names is almost like having the game's fingerprint in the project. It really has nothing to do with variable names. It's just about the fact that technically, you could argue. I mean, the thing is, there aren't a lot of great laws for this, but you could argue that by translating a game from x86 assembly into C++, it's still a derivative work. You could still argue that you may as well just can rewrite C++ in Python code and say, that's still probably a derivative work. The reason it's a gray area, it's not necessarily a derivative work, is that some places like the EU have a law that explicitly allow you to decompile for the purposes of if there was something that you wanted to do, like fix a bug, and the only way to do it was to decompile, they have a law that protects that. The US does not have any such law. What the US has is, the closest thing that the US has is fair use. Fair use is, of course, a very blanket term that describes a lot of different copyright, a lot of different exceptions to copyright, I'll say. But the point of fair use is not, as a lot of YouTubers think, that you can just upload what you feel like, as long as you say that it's for educational purposes. You actually have to be using it. The whole point of fair use is that, the reason fair use was created in the first place was, let's say you were reviewing a movie, and in order to make your point in your review, you must show part of that movie. The whole point of fair use is to allow you to show that part of your movie to make your point. It's not to allow you to show a large amount of the movie. It is designed to allow you to show what is necessary to make your point and no more. But there have been successful court cases where, for example, I don't remember which one it was, but it was something like NEC versus Intel or something like that, where there was a lawsuit and the court basically found that the original decompilation, as in the original reverse engineering, was not fair use because they had looked at the original source code. However, they had also then changed it up so much that it later became fair use. So the final ruling was that it was fair use, but that specifically it was fair use because they had made a lot of changes. But that the original decompilation was specifically not fair use. So yeah. NEC, the token people, I mean, yes, but NEC makes a lot of different stuff. Definitely a derivative work, yeah. So a derivative work is not necessarily protected by the law. It's only protected, there are only certain circumstances where it may become fair use. That's basically what the EU law says, that it may become fair use, or you're allowed to decomp under certain circumstances. And the US does not have an explicit decomp rule, but it may or may not fall under fair use depending on the circumstances. And yeah, someone says fair use doesn't stop you from getting sued. That's the other point. Fair use is a legal defense. It doesn't mean they can't sue you. It means that while you're in the process of being sued, you might be able to successfully argue that it was fair use. Can I have the invite link to your Discord server? Honestly, I hate Discord servers. That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, so we are on the court website. It's called Pacer. Hang on. Where did OBS go? God, my window layout is completely different now that I'm I'm not streaming on YouTube. Why? Someone asked why I hate Discord. I actually have a written statement about this on the forum. Here we go. I'm now posting. If you want to read why I hate Discord, read my statement on why I made a forum. Did you make a Doing Your Mom email server? Not yet, but I do think that probably will be the ultimate fate of that website, is that it will become a domain for emails. So I have to... God, I hate this. Okay. I'm going to show you this. So I'm on the District of Northern California court website. because that's where information about this, or that's where the GTA people are being sued in the court of Northern California. And of course, civil cases are public record, so you can look this stuff up. Unfortunately, this is what their website looks like. I didn't expect to be using a currently maintained website that looks like this in 2023. Is he actually setting up the Doing Your Mom email server? That is the plan. Also, I should mention in order to use this website, you're supposed to pay money. Like to look things up costs money. However, they're actually kind of nice about it in that if you use less than like $30 worth of the website, then they don't charge you. So for the most part, I managed to get away with using it for free. But that sure is a worldwide website. True. Okay, so we're going to look up Take-Two as a plaintiff. We're going to look up versus Pappenhoff et al. That's this case. Docket report, run report. So we can kind of get an idea of all the things that have happened in this court case. It started with complaint. So this is the initial filing. We've already seen that. That's been published everywhere. Case assigned to a judge. That's not important. Somewhere there's a response when that got published as well. Pirating court docs. I mean, it's legally permissible. I haven't done anything illegal. The most interesting thing that I remember was that in like the middle of last year, the defendants, I think, filed a motion for mediation. I think that's how it happened. I guess if we look at the document, it'll tell me, right? The problem with legal documents is that they're really fucking long and boring. The point is, so they got referred to mediation, which basically means that they parties from or people from both parties would sit down with a mediator. Initially Jeffrey Knowles, but I guess he gave up, and Keith Slinkovich was appointed instead. Mediation was delayed. I mean, that's nothing exciting. And then here, I think, in May, they held a mediation session, and the case did not settle. And man, imagine being a fly on the wall in that. Like people from Take-Two, people from the RE3 Decomp team sitting in a room and trying to hash things out, trying to see if they can find a way to mediate before going to court. I imagine that Take-Two was just like, no, fuck you. We're trying to make an example out of you, and we're trying to make sure that you eat shit. So we're not interested in mediation. Also try playing Progress Bar 95. I've actually already played that, and that has nothing to do with the court case. Take-Two made Space Station Silicon Valley on the N64. Maybe play it on stream. Space Station Silicon Valley? Alright, hold up. Let me look that up. Most assuredly. Is that written here? No, that's somewhere else. Wow, it really is a real game. I think I will play that on stream, but not today. Not today. But that looks really fucking funny, so I'm gonna think I will play it. So I believe because the mediation didn't work out, then they're back on to regular their regular schedule. The schedule is set out somewhere up here. Can't remember what they call it. If they call it a schedule or if it's a timetable. God, this cost me 20 cents. Interesting. Stay to meet last. So this is some deadlines, but not quite what I was looking for. There's a deadline. There's a document somewhere here where the deadline's like when exactly this case is gonna go to court. I believe it's here, right? Yeah. So currently we are in we just finished 2022. So disclosure of expert witness. So they've they've gathered all their expert witnesses and all their rebuttal expert witnesses. At least I'm gonna head off, have a good time reviewing court cases. It's always a good time. It's true. People would have made a much better GTA remastered if RE3 was still up. I mean, yeah, that's kind of the point. It's kind of the point that they would have done a better job, or that the RE3 stuff was better than the stuff they officially made. I mean, it's the same with Mario 64. So we're currently in. So we finished expert discovery. That was January 12th. We're currently in. We're arriving at the deadline to file dispositive motions, and basically it's all just preparing for the trial. There's a pre-trial conference in June this year. There's a final pre-trial conference in July, and then July 31st is when the jury trial is set to begin, at least according to this, unless it was delayed later on. They did extend time for the defendants to disclose expert witnesses. I wonder if that pushed back the court date as well. So basically, there's not a lot to take from this apart from the court case is still ongoing. They're still working it out, and they're going to have a jury trial. And that's a little worrying because it's hard. I feel like a lot of this stuff is going to be hard to get a jury to really care about. The average person is probably not going to care all that much about video game preservation or modding or... I feel like it may in fact be an easier case to make that they had made a derivative work. That being said, I feel like because Take-Two was kind of like claiming that they had they'd taken a lot of damages and that that the decomp was taking market share away from Take-Two. I actually don't know if that's entirely true because specifically they called out the Switch port because they were, one of the big selling points of the RE3 decomp was that they ported it to the Switch. Oh no, and one of the big selling points of the remaster was also, of the definitive edition, was that also they were porting it to the Switch. And that they specifically called out the community Switch port as being like, this is taking away market share that belongs to, that rightfully belongs to us. And I feel like that's not really true because in order to have done that, in order to install this decompiled, reverse-engineered version of GTA, you would need to be fairly technically literate and you would need to have a modded Switch. That's not the vast majority of Switch people. The vast majority of Switch people are ordinary consumers. They'll just buy, they'll buy shit. It's fine. There won't be it's not... They're not all gathering around GitHub to install the community Switch port. So I feel like it's quite possible that it may be hard to prove any real financial damages. That being said, I don't know. We'll see. You guys remember the glitch in GTA 3 Remastered where the cars would get wider and wider? Yes, I remember that. They were also working on porting LCS and VCS. Yeah. Till Take-Two took it down. I really hope that the case does work out because I feel like if it doesn't, it's a really dangerous precedent to set. People are not gonna want to touch modding because they're gonna feel like it's too dangerous, or companies are gonna be are going to see it as a win, and it's going to go open season on modding projects. I feel like if Take-Two wins, the Mario 64 decomp will probably be taken down. I feel like it's just the climate is going to become a lot more troublesome. Take-Two are dickheads. Yeah, I mean, true. And I feel like they only did it. Like I said, I feel like it's hard to prove damages. I feel like it's hard to prove that something that they actually lost money over the decomps. I feel like that's almost definitely not true, and that they probably know that, and that what they really wanted out of it was just to kind of wave their big legal dick around and to. I think they're trying to make an example of them, basically. The beautiful Switch port that used a garbage AI solution. Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, I don't know. Take-Two only published it, DMA made it. Yeah, I know, but that's not really the point. Like, Take-Two are the people suing, so... Or are you talking about SSSV? I don't know what that is. Domino effect. Yeah, that's my concern. My concern is not, like... It's not that I really want RE3 to win because I'm just like, yeah, fuck Take-Two. I mean, maybe some part of me is like that, but I it's not necessarily that I don't want Take-Two to lose for the sake of them losing. It's because I really feel like it's a dangerous precedent to be set. As someone who cares a lot about software preservation and modding and stuff like that, I feel like it's going to set a really dangerous precedent if they win. I don't want them to lose just because fuck them. I want them to lose because I don't want that precedent to be set. Did you know that Microsoft bought Macs to make their dev kits? Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't they? Microsoft uses a lot of Ubuntu as well. Anyway, I promised Garfield cart, so... Garfield Timber. You know, I had a running series on my YouTube channel for a while called Shrek Timber. And I've kind of thought in recent years I should bring that back. I mean, to be fair, they haven't made any new Shrek movies, so I don't think they've made any new Shrek games. But I also didn't beat a lot of those Shrek games in the videos because I was trying to pump them out like... It's hard to beat like 5 games and edit a video and write a video and star in it in like a week or two. So I didn't beat a lot of those games, and I feel like I really should. So in this September on stream, I might do Shrek Timber again. The Xbox 360 Alpha dev kits were PowerMac G5s. It's funny. Really? I knew that the 360 was PowerPC, but I didn't know that they were just like... I didn't know that they were that close. Yo, when are we porting Tiger to the Xbox 360? Come on, let's do it. Matt is playing Garfield Kart and I'm cleaning my new Xbox One X. This is a good day. Is it? You sure about that one? I hate the idea of modding being illegal because it makes a large gray area. Yeah, I mean, that's it's already kind of a gray area. I mean, what we really need is legal precedent to show that it's okay. Or what the EU did, which is actually make a law saying you can decompile for the purpose of fixing bugs or adding features. Because they're so similar. Holy shit, that's wild. That's so cool. No wonder the early 360s had so many thermal problems. They were just PowerMac G5s. But yeah, so I feel like that's my biggest anxiety with this case. It's not necessarily fuck Take-Two. I'm not even necessarily a huge like GTA fan, though I think their project was very impressive and very cool. I just think I'm even more worried about the wider implications it may have. So true, they needed liquid cooling that'd melt. Yep, pretty much. Yo, okay, well, let me see what this is. PowerMac G5 SDK. Bruh. Property of Microsoft. Can you imagine? On a cheese grater G5, property of Microsoft. This is kind of funny. This looks just like an Xbox sticker, original Xbox sticker. And they had, what's this? This is a Ethernet card? Looks like one. Network card is not used for DRM. Well, I won't read all of this on stream. Very 05 GPU. That is so wild. It was just a Power Mac G5. Quite literally a Power Mac G5, even with it's complete with a cheese grater case. I genuinely am like blown away by that. Holy shit. Hello from Quebec. Hell yeah, I love Canada. Love your videos. Nice. Thanks for stopping in. It even had blades. Yeah. Can we find like do you think anyone would be able to ever find the blades dashboard for a Power Mac G5? I love blades. Me too. I'm actually really excited about the there's a project. Actually, I can use this to plug the forum again. If I go onto the forum, there was I think it was in software. Actually, I don't remember. But the great thing is I can search blades dash. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, you can actually start. There are actually projects to install Blades Dash on a 360. The thing is, you can't ordinarily do this because because the Microsoft made it so that at a hardware level you cannot downgrade the OS. You can only upgrade. But the dashboard is just an executable, technically. It's an executable that I guess makes a lot of assumptions and I guess requires a specific kind of environment. So it can't just be run as an executable, but it is, for all intents and purposes, just an executable, and the people are finding ways to make it work, which is really exciting because honestly, I love the Blades Dash. It is archived as far as I know, but the hardware is hard to come across and you need a specific G5 version. That makes sense. Yeah, I'm guessing it's not a Mac OS 10 program. It's more like you need specific, as you say, a specific hardware revision and probably a specific like, maybe even a specific firmware, probably a specific OS, stuff like that. I can imagine. What's interesting is the G5 dev kits ran significantly slower than the final 360 spec. Huh, really? My friend just fixed my Switch Pro controller and is now playing Garfield Kart with it. Hell yeah, alright. Garfield Timber time. View count 69. Nice! Let's see. Where's... Yes, it is Furious Racing. Is this a sequel? Is this Garfield Kart 2? Alright, let's switch it on over to Garfield Kart. Yes, this. Yes, good. Alright. Actually, preferably, if I can get this in a window, that might be a little nicer. I prefer... in multiplayer mode, yeah, whatever. I don't know why I had to wait to read that. I prefer being able to... Yeah, very high. I have a powerful graphics card. I want to use it for Garfield Kart. I prefer having a window for streaming just because it means I can have more stuff on the screen, but if that's hard to do, I won't worry about it. The G5 had out of order execution, so it was probably overall about equal. Interesting. Yeah, I have heard that the 360 didn't. Can I send you a link to a PC? I don't know, is it good or not? I'm afraid there are many other and better resources for finding out whether a PC is good or not. I can't help you, I'm afraid. Yo, they even have CCs like fucking Mario Kart. Alright, let's try a single race. Let's not get carried away. Sure, I'll play as Garfield. Actually, I don't know what the controls are. I don't have a controller plugged in either. Oh god, I really didn't prepare for this. Hang on. I gotta plug a controller in. I think... Here we go. Found a spare USB port. Nice! Alright. Oh, do I have to restart the game because I didn't have the controller in it first? Finally, the real content. That's what I'm saying. I'm really upset that the graphics are not... I can't set it to windowed mode. But actually, How much do you want to guess this is just a Unity game? Right? Very low. That's funny. Very high. Let's see. Let's try and... I might have to restart the game anyway to get my controller to pick up. So, that being said, let's give it a try. How I decompiled Garfield Kart? Oh my god. Just you wait. Just you wait. That may not be a joke. Might just be Unity how boring. That's what I'm saying. Unity... I know there's a flag to get Unity games to run in windowed mode. And I also know that you can, like, hold shift on some games and it'll come up with a thing. The, like... No, it didn't. What's the window flag? It's either, like, dash window or dash W or something like that. Unfortunately, they don't make it very easy to find. Mode, command line, arguments. Unity, standalone player, command line arguments. This is what I want. Window mode. Oh. It's Windows only. Oh, no, that's fine, because I'm playing in Wine, right? You gotta change the stream category? I already did. Oh, maybe I didn't click done. I did set it. I specifically set it, but yeah, I guess I didn't. I might not have clicked done before. Alright, let's see if that worked. Dash window dash mode. Nope, it didn't work. Well, whatever. It's fine. It doesn't have to run in a window. Shift click? I already tried to shift click, but it didn't do anything. And also a lot of games don't let you shift click. Or you can disable it for some Unity games. Does Alt Enter not work? Oh, it does! Yo! I really should have thought of that. Thank you so much. Thank you for the tip. But can I now change the resolution? Because it's kind of at the wrong resolution. I dislike how few options there are. The only video option is graphics quality. Alright, and my controller still hasn't shown up. No way does this game not support... Oh, look, it is just Unity. This is just the fucking Unity thing. And my mouse cursor disappeared, so I can't fucking click anything. Is the window now resizable? No, it is not. That was the first thing I tried. It is not resizable. How good are you in Call of Duty? Not. Very bad. Strange. Very strange. Well, whatever. I can play with a keyboard. I don't have to play with... Oh, actually? Huh. This might be another computer thing. I might just not have a controller. Strange. Well, yeah, I can play with a keyboard. That's fine. Yeah, there might be something wrong with my computer. Yeah, alright, never mind. No controller as working at all. That being said, I still blame this game for its lack of video options. Just play with a flute? I love doing that. They probably moved from the old Unity version where you had the startup screen and never implemented the settings in-game. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, probably. That actually would make sense. I actually could believe that. XC, okay. 150cc. I'm no kart racing pussy. Play with the Guitar Hero controller. I guess you could. Also, why is it not making any sound? Well, whatever. Okay. Up is accelerate, which is always good. I always love when up is accelerate, as we know from Arthur Ready to Race. Okay, so it's given me a spring with an X and a C button. What does that mean? Oh, X is use... No, C is... No, X is use, C is drop. Gotcha. Now I got some... I'm hungry, I want some La Saga. Oh, okay, that's the boost. That's the mushroom. See, I have no choice but to associate these with Mario Kart things. It's not just a speed boost, it's a La Saga... It's a mushroom. but it's also a Lasaga. Shift is drift? Oh, nice. Why is there no sound, though? I'm actually really concerned about the lack of sound. Oh, because overall volume is 0 for some reason. There we go. Why did it default to 0? I've never opened this game before. I only installed it for the first time today, but it defaulted to 0. It's really random. Alright, let's go. I am hungry. I want some Lasaga. God, this is actually harder than I would like with... oh, I guess that was the red shell. I wish I was playing with a controller right now, but I guess that's a me problem, not a game problem. We figured out almost everything with the game. We got it in window mode. We got the audio working. We still haven't managed to change the resolution, which is why the bottom is a little bit cut off. Because I have a 16 by 10 screen, but the game is 16. Well, the stream is 16 by 9, but I have a 16 by 10 screen, and I can't change the resolution for some reason. Oh, interesting. Was that the bomb? Hook up your PS3 controller. Everyone makes that joke, but it's not going to work. If controllers are not working at all, the PS3 controller is not going to magically work. 69 people watching this stream. Honestly, nice. Oh, is it? It was. I think it was auto driving me for a second. Oh, maybe no. It still is. It still is auto driving me. That, I guess, was one of the things that I picked up. Because right now, I'm just pressing up. I'm not pressing any directions, and yet it is playing for me. Oh, wait. Actually, no, race just ended. My bad. My bad. The race ended, and I didn't realize. Hook up your Atari joystick count. My bad. Alright, well, I guess we'll do it again. We'll do it again until I come first. Oh, I just drove through that guy. Wonderful collision detection. You gotta play with your Garfield Kart official controller. Oh, apparently I'm asleep now. I'd love to, except that no controllers are working, and I'd like to say, here's what I'm saying. I'd like to claim that the bad driving is because I'm being forced to play with a keyboard, and that there is no other reason. Also, the Lasaga icon disappeared. Great. This is furious racing. I am feeling furious, I guess. Oh, is that what the spring does? I thought I was picking up a spring, but then it looked like a bad thing happened. It's a pie with an antenna. What do you think that does? How about we take a guess? Well, because it's got an antenna, I'm gonna guess it's like heat sinking. So if I thought something else was the red shell, but maybe this is the red shell. I think that was the red shell, but he had some temporary invincibility. Yes, okay. The pie with the antenna in it. It's the red shell. Great. I'm cracking the code and I'm asleep. It's a red shell? Gotcha. Do you touch glass? No. I am exclusively an indoor person. Oh, you meant glass. I think it's quite rude to touch glass. I think because it leaves a lot of fingerprints. Yeah. Okay. Grand Prix. Sure, let's upgrade. Let's play the Lasagna Cup. Wait, how many cups are there? There's the Lasagna Cup, the Pizza Cup, the Hamburger Cup, the Ice Cream Cup, and that's it. Alright, I guess that makes sense. Fair enough. There's only 4. But I think there's only 4 in Mario Kart 64, so... fair enough. Don't you touch glass with your phone, though? I guess you're right. Though the glass does have an oleophobic coating on it, so in theory, you might just be touching the coating. I know, that's a very obnoxious answer, but yes, you're right. Are all the John mains in chat? Is that Is that the hot tip? Like, is John this game's Cranky Kong? Or I mean Funky Kong? John main. I'll main John next cup. Okay. Well, I mean, it's here's what I'll say. The controls are a little floaty. And it's not the greatest controls in the world, but I'd call it a pretty competent Mario Kart clone. It is absolutely a Mario Kart clone. Let's get that straight. It is nothing else, nothing but a Mario Kart clone. But it's not bad. I think the controls are a little, like, they're a little laggy, like, and maybe that's part of the challenge, that like you steer around and it kind of takes a second to respond to you. Maybe, like I said, maybe that's my kart or character choice. But it's fine. It's alright. John can spawn lots of pies? Really? Is that because he's a human and can just make pies? Is that the idea? Okay, what does this diamond with the skull in it do? Oh, that's the bomb. Right. Right. Oh, whoops. My bad. Also, my nose is... Something is tickling my nose, and it means I can't see. I got a magic wand! I don't know what that did. Nice. I came third. What a great game. I like the use of the comic font. I know you can just get that off defont.com, but it, you know, it's a unique brand. It's a unique style for this game. If you're playing it over Steam, Steam might have taken the controller input and only transferred it to the game if it gets launched over big picture mode. Maybe, no, I think actually my whole system is not registering controllers, because I tried the gamepad tester in the web browser and it's not doing anything at the moment, and I don't know why. I remember this happened earlier. This happened when we were playing Arthur Ready to Race as well, so I'm guessing something is just... I'm guessing I'm having an epic Linux moment and it's fucking me up. Oops, I've accidentally run into a wall, and I'm still running into a wall, and I'm trying to reverse. Oh. So was that like a massive, like, huge speed boost, and it just and I just ran right into a wall, and it just kept going. The speed boost just didn't stop. All right, I guess we've got a magic lantern. I'm trying to think what that could possibly do. I guess we'll try it. Oh, this is the same, like... Okay, this is the same, like, massive boost of speed, just as long as you don't, like, hit anything. If you hit anything, you're fucked. In Ubuntu, yeah, I know that, like... The control, like, I never usually have issues with controllers. It's just right now I do, so I assume something is just, like, not configured correctly. I assume it's just a... Yeah, I assume it's just something is not... or maybe something is not installed, I have no idea. Things break often on Linux. I've gotten used to it. Okay, let's not run into a wall this time. And, well, I've run into a number of walls, but thankfully not head on. Okay. Oh, and people have phases of invincibility. So they don't do that in Mario Kart, so you can't just spam red shells. I guess that's kind of a good thing. It is kind of annoying in Mario Kart when you get spammed with shells and shit. But it is something I have to get used to. Did you find out that my Twitch name is Flegs3? Just wondering. What do you mean find out? As in, yeah, I saw it, and I made you a mod on here. Installed the Mario Kart texture pack. I mean, would a Mario Kart texture pack really look that different? Oh, I ran into a chicken, I think. I wouldn't see, I was looking at chat. Well, here's what I will say. It's very middle of the road, but I did get my money's worth. That being none. I got it for free. How, you just saw me something? Yeah, I'd known of you before. You're on Twitch? I am on Twitch. I'm playing an excellent video game. What do you think? This is the kind of quality content that people can expect from twitch.tv/itsmattkc. Emphasis on middle of the road. Ah, it's a pun. I didn't even expect that. But honestly, yeah. Garfield Kart, I'd say it might be fun with friends because you can just kind of talk shit the whole time. But I don't really know why you would ever otherwise play it over Mario Kart. I guess if you didn't have a Nintendo console. Lurking during self-care. Also, the game looks amazing. Hey, thanks for the sub. Thank you for subscribing, Aaron4457. The game, I mean, I will say, you're right. It does look amazing. I did set the graphics quality to very high. It defaulted to much lower than that. In fact, how about we turn the graphics quality way down? Very low. It can match the gameplay that way. The gameplay quality. Is mattkc.tv cheap? I don't know. I don't really see the need to buy a mattkc.tv when I already have mattkc.com. Let's see low. This is very low. Honestly, it hasn't gotten a lot worse. There are definitely, like, the shadows are gone, the track is a little bit blurrier. It's not that bad though, right? It's not that bad. Alright, so this is the magic wand again. What does this do? Is it a projectile weapon? Or is it a... Alright. Also, when I finish the race, I miss the, like, finish text on screen because I'm, like, focusing on the road. So I always think I'm still racing, and then the car starts driving itself, so I don't notice. It's not quite... It would be nice if they made that a little bit clearer. I don't know. I don't know if any Garfield Kart developers are watching. I'm sure they are, but but I have some feedback, which is that I think you should make it a little bit clearer when the race ends. When Mario Kart, they, like, flip the whole camera around and show you from the front. I think that's probably a good idea. Oh, shit. Oops. I forgot that... I thought I had a lasagna. I don't know why. In the corner of my eye, they looked the same. It was a lasagna and the pie. They looked about the same. Oh my lord. Alright, well... Oh god. How... What? Why are the cars so floaty? They're flying around in the air like feathers. Nope. Alright, well here's a heat-seeking pie. Because that exists. Look, I'm being too critical. It's not like the shells in Mario Kart make that much more sense, but at least they're kind of like custom mushroom designs and shit like that. It's not just a somewhat realistic looking pie, and then you just throw it at people and it's got an antenna in it. The wand swaps your place or something? Oh shit. That's what I get for reading chat. Right. So it does that. It either swaps my place or it does something else, is what I'm getting from that. Still high quality TBH? Yeah, I mean, it still looks fine. I wonder if you could run this on my, like, school laptop from 2011. What's the minimum performance for Garfield Kart Furious Racing? Don't text and drive? You're right. That is where I've been going wrong. That is... I mean, it is a pretty good PSA. Whenever I look at chat, which it could be seen as akin to texting, I crash into something. See, kids, I'm being a good role model. I'm showing you the consequences of your actions. And that's why you come here to learn lessons. Alright. Make your own Mario Kart. True. I'm gonna make kart.mattkc.com just to make a game that's better than this. Alright? What do you think? I think that sounds like a pretty good idea. 5! Apparently I came 5th. Oof. Hi, it's MattKC. Dev here. We wanted to say... We wanted today that was completely intentional because Garfield's big gut was supposed to get in the way, but due to programming errors, blame Robin, we ended up having to rush it due to higher-ups being dumb. Makes sense. I'm glad to see a real Garfield developer in my chat. Holy shit. Amazing. Matt's cart? Matt KC. Maybe it might have to be like Matt Kart spelled KC Art. God. Terrible. Anyway. Well, I think I've had enough Garfield Kart for one lifetime. You should have twitch.mattkc.com that redirects to your Twitch channel. I probably won't. I've been kind of starting to redirect people to mattkc.live or mattkc.com/live, and I might just redirect that to Twitch if I decide to switch to Twitch permanently. I might just switch to that. Anyway, well, that was Garfield Kart, and that was another Twitch stream. I'm glad I did a Twitch stream. I think it was I think I learned a lot, and I will end with my BRB screen. So when it says "be right back," it's actually a lie. I will not be right back. But I think it's a fun new screen to switch to when I end the stream. So thank you so much for hanging out. When we're gonna play online, we could, but I think I don't know. I think I've had enough. So thank you, but I appreciate the offer. Anyway. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thanks all for everyone for hanging out, and yeah, thanks for all the subs and the bits and the follows and all of that. And I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.